Yeah, day 26th of February. I mentioned before I had a problem on my John Deere 5075E starving for fuel, and my first fix was rerouting the fuel line, and then it did it again a couple days ago when I was mowing. Well, maybe my fix didn't work. So anyway, drained the fuel out, and this is the in-tank filter screen, and when I pulled it out, it was covered with not dirt but some black substance, and I got my air compressor charging up so I can blow it real good. I think what fouled it out was dead diesel slime. I treated this tractor when I bought it with Kill 'em. Biodiesel will grow diesel slime, and the best way to stay ahead of it is kill them. Problem is, it's an algae. When it dies, the little algae carcasses will be floating around the fuel tank, and apparently there was enough in there before I treated it that I fouled my screen. What's the solution? Take the tank off and clean it thoroughly. We ain't going there. This is not that big a job, and let me show you. There's lots and lots of YouTube videos, but one man was mistaken in one item. This is your supply going to your main fuel filter and pump and everything else. This is your return. For some reason they have this same screen, I think it's a return, on the return as well. Over there around that ring is your fuel tank drain, and right here is the supply. Now see that hose clamp around that molding? And you got another one over here around that molding on the tank. Okay, those are installed by John Deere to reinforce those moldings. That is a taper thread. If you over tighten it, you'll crack the molding and run your fuel tank. So John Deere's fix was install hose clamps just to reinforce it. Whatever. Now then, a lot of videos say take those clamps off before you take your fitting out. I would advise against that. You take those clamps off, there's no reinforcement on that molding, and it could crack just by taking off the clamps. There are two studs and nuts that hold this skid plate on where those holes are. You got to lower this down a bit to be able to spin this fitting, otherwise it won't clear the skid plate. Not a huge job. The main thing is try to run most of your diesel out. I've drained out about 12 gallons. I was between 1/4 and 1/2 on the fuel gauge. You don't want to try to do this when the tank's full. That'd be scary. I've drained it all out. And I went by and got some brand new clean Harbor Freight 5-gallon buckets. I'm draining about 4 gallons in each bucket so I can pour it back in the tank when I get done. So yeah, my in-tank screen was fouled. That's why I kept starving for fuel. So let me blow it out and put this one back in. I use a little bit of Teflon tape on the threads. So anyway, I'll put it back in and then move on to the other one, pull it, see what I got going on there. It's a little bit easier to get to. Not a huge job, and I just wish that we could still get diesel with sulfur in it. It will not grow diesel slime. The sulfur kills it before it even gets a start.
But we can't do that no more. We got to protect the planet. So, anyway, that's all for this one. Thank you.